Have passed since the Great War. The Shivans vanished half a lifetime ago, and now we live in the mausoleum of history. We inherit the legacy of ghosts who haunt these ruins. The elders call us the Lost Generation. I remember stories of a glorious civilization, of cities with spires that reached the sun, of a blue planet with vast seas, of people with myths of humanity everlasting, of children who saw in the embers of dying stars the destiny of their race. And they hurled themselves into the void of space with no fear. They say our people have no present, only a past filled with horror. And a future they can only dream of. Now we forge a new alliance to guard the tomb of space and to find within its cold expanse the salvation of our race.
Hey boys and girls, Squee913 here, and welcome to Let's Play Freespace 2. Been looking forward to this one, and dreading it at the same time. Quick explanation. I try to have a Let's Play for all the genres of games that have made up my gaming history, and I pretty much have them all covered now. First-person shooters, Western RPGs, Eastern RPGs, puzzle games, platformer, action-type games, strategy games, you name it, I have it up there. There is one genre that I did not, though, and that was the space sim. The glorious space sim genre, which sadly has not received the attention it deserves lately. It's kind of gone by the wayside, and only once in a while you'll see a game like X3 come out. But back in the 90s, was the heyday of Space Sim games, and I played the hell out of them. Now, the reason why I've held off on doing a Space Sim game is because it's not an easy game to Let's Play. And just ask Claude Rebel. I admire him greatly, because not only did he Let's Play Freelancer, but it was his first Let's Play ever. The problem with Space Sim games is that there's so much going on and yet nothing going on at all. So much action on the screen, but not a lot of story, except in between missions or at certain points in the mission. The rest of it's just survive. So it's, what do you talk about? I mean, what do you talk about for the 10-15 minutes you're trying to blow stuff up? So it's not an easy thing to let's play, but either eventually you do it or you don't, and I decided I'm going to do it, and so I chose this game. There are reasons why I chose this game, but I'm not going to just sit here and tell you in the menu screen. I'll tell you during the mission, because that's things to talk about while I'm blowing stuff up. So let's get started, shall we? Freespace, just so you know, was made in 1999. It is Freespace 2. And it was made by the same people who made Descent. They also made Freespace 1, obviously. I have played Freespace 1 all the way through to the end, and I remember it fondly. I have played the beginning of Freespace 2, the first several missions, like 10 years ago. I never beat it because my computer at the time died, and I just never got another copy of it. Thank you to Good Old Games. I was able to get a copy of it again for $2.99. And I'm actually playing something called Freespace Open, which was they released the tools for Freespace to the modder community, and they basically redid everything: newer graphics, better balancing, etc., etc., etc. So it's a you know, Freespace 2 on steroids. And Freespace 2 is still hailed as one of the best space sim games ever made. And I want to show that to you guys. So, we're going to play it. Now, this is, I guess for the most part, blind. I don't remember anything about the story. I really don't. Because like I said, I played a couple missions 10 years ago. I know a lot about Freespace 1, and I decided not to let's play that because this apparently is a very long game. And I thought doing 1 and 2 might be a bit much. This gives you the basic story of what happened in 1, so we're just going to skip to 2. So, Freespace 2. I'm Squee, of course, and I am going to choose some face here. You know, I don't like any of these faces. You know, it's sad. I like this one the best, and it's a girl. So we're going to be a girl. Squeeperella if you want. So we're a female pilot. Should be fun. And yeah, I've already changed my options and all that. Like I said, we're Freespace 2 Open, which has a lot of changes. There's also really highly acclaimed mod called Blue Planet that takes place after the main campaign for Freespace. It's supposed to be fantastic. I probably will do that as well, but we got to get through the main campaign first, which can be quite extensive from what I've heard. But the story is supposed to be really, really good. So here you have the campaigns available, which is basically you have your main campaign and then any modded campaigns, which I don't think I have it, but I don't think I can play it yet because I haven't beat the campaign. Then you have go to your briefings, manage your pilots, manage your options, and your tech library. Now, the world of Freespace 2 is very, very well done. It's very rich, has a great backstory, great setup and everything. And to better understand the story, I'm going to go through the tech-based history and stuff and the ships and all that so that you can read them. Now, I'm not going to read them all to you. If you want, you can read them on your own. I'm going to make a separate video. No, you know, I'll do this now. No, actually I should make it a separate video, shouldn't I? Alright, fine. I will make it a separate video where I'll basically just go through all the tech stuff. And you can read it if you want, or you can just skip ahead. I'm going to read it because I have never read it before. So I'm going to make this a whole separate video. I know this makes it a really short video, but at least this way you can just skip to episode 3 if you don't care about any of this. But I would suggest, at the very least, reading the intelligence portion that basically tells you about the history and the universe and what's going on, so that you kind of understand where we are and why we're doing what we're doing. I'll go through the ships and the weapons just for you tech nuts out there. Alright? So I will see you guys in episode 3 if you don't care about this stuff.